This is meeting 8 of Footballland.
Two lonely travellers in the Qatari desert. One of them has an email in his inbox that gives him $1 billion. What's that shimmering in the heat haze? Is it a football theme park? I think it is. Hey, let's go check it out. What is this place? It's amazing. Is it Footballland? Yeah, it's Footballland. Definitely 2 words.
My name is Anthony Richardson. I am CEO of Footballland.
My name is Mark Davison. I'm the Lord Sir Chief Ride Engineer of Footballland.
My name is Ryan Baxter and I am intern.
And we have been given $1 billion to build a football-themed theme park in Qatar for the Football World Cup in Qatar.
In Qatar.
In Qatar, and it's called Footballland. And here is a list of the rides we have so far. The Leicester City Fairyland, the Tunnel of Wagner/Donald/Joachim Love, Jimmy Conrad's Conrad Biscan 3000, Steve Mechanical Bull, Marek Larwood's Football Hunger Games, Sir Alex Ferguson's Mind Game Simulator, Nimo Dudra's Betrail Monorail, Ascophiation Noshball, Steve Cabaret,
the School Sports Football Simulator,
Ultimate Meat and Potatoes Miniature Fun Fair,
and
Hasta la Vista, baby, the Eric Cantona experience.
We have someone coming in to pitch a ride later on. Her name is Rosie Holt. She's a comedian. I've also got a bar to pitch you, Mark. A bar.
A bar?
That's right. And I believe you've got something as well for us.
Yes, something relating to national anthems, which I'll pitch later.
Lovely. But first, Ryan, your brow is all furrowed. What's the problem?
Well, sorry to be the bearer of bad news 2 weeks in a row, but we've got a problem with Steve Mechanical Bull.
What is it this time?
Well, there's no easy way to say this. It's his penis.
Oh, it's always his blooming penis.
What's the problem with Steve Bull's penis this time?
It just makes it too easy to stay on. I mean, I was on there for up to an hour and...
You clung on to Steve Bull's penis. How did you replicate the Mechanical Bull mechanism? Because I haven't built that yet.
Well, I pinched a mannequin from the back of Primark and I've sort of stuck it on an old washing machine and it it does the job. And I was just...
Okay.
I was on there and I was on there.
What have you done for the penis?
Well, it's sort of like a leathery old sort of policeman's cosh,
Yeah.
Was it erect?
No, it's flaccid. I thought erect would be too easy, and so This is what's worrying me, and I just wanted to bring it up, really, because...
Have you got a big kitchen, then? Because presumably the centrifugal force of that, your legs would have flung out kind of perpendicular to the floor.
No, I did it in the garage.
Oh, very sensible, very wise.
What is the problem with staying on for too long? Is it because we're going to give too many prizes away?
I think so. Looking at the details, I think you've just sort of... I don't think there's enough photographic paper in the world to sort of make that many copies of Chris Uwalumo.
Yeah.
Can we not just put a disclaimer, stay away from the penis?
No,
I think people are going to go straight for it.
No, they'll go straight for the penis. They'll go straight.
You know, people want to win.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll find a way.
Okay.
I'll find.
Okay.
I'll have a think. Let me have a think.
Thank you.
Great.
All right.
Can I ever go on your washing machine?
Oh yeah, just come around whenever. It's dead easy. I mean, it's quite relaxing, really. It's like one of those sort of vibrating chairs after a while.
Get on me and stay on me for as long as you well can. I'm naked.
I have an idea for a sports bar.
Okay.
Drinking in the park.
No,
it's going to be a
I'll stop
problem
you there.
considering they
You
don't
can't
allow
do
alcohol in Qatar.
They don't allow it. Sorry, that's what you said, isn't it? That's what you said.
Yeah, it's outlawed. And not in a fun Wild West way, in more of a, no lads, this is completely illegal unless you're in a hotel. I'm not really sure of the rules. But anyway, let's assume that at Footballland there is no alcohol consumption.
Yeah, and football and alcohol go together really well. Just ask all the piazzas in France and Holland, Germany. They love it, especially the England fans.
I think we should still have some plastic white furniture just dotted around Footballland so that people can throw them at each other if they want. But they can't do it bevied up. And I know that the Russians are really good at fighting without any alcohol, and I salute them for it. But I think let's just assume that it's going to be an aggro-free area, much to everyone's chagrin.
Yeah, it's not really the spirit of Footballland, but yes, okay, go on.
Okay, well, if you can't do alcohol, what other drugs can you do? Now, I'm assuming that you can't do hard drugs either because they are illegal too. But what kind of football-y drugs can you do? I'm talking enhancers, performance-enhancing drugs.
Wow, that is amazing thinking. That is lateral thinking at the pinnacle of lateral thinkingness.
We have a bar that allows you to take performance-enhancing drugs.
Oh, yes. Great idea.
And it's called enhancers. And the R is backwards in tribute to the sponsor of the bar, Russia.
Wow, and they're on board with this, are they?
They're not on board, no, not officially, but, unofficially, let's just say we have the backing. I know what you're going to say to me, what is the fun of taking performance-enhancing drugs if you can't do the sports? And that is why I've come up with the perfect performance-enhancing drugs experience. You go into the bar, but it's also a running track / velodrome.
Yeah.
You strip off into your lycra kit, and you do 100 metres, you do a 200 metres, you do whatever event you want to do.
Cheeky marathon.
You get your time recorded, and then you take performance-enhancing drugs at the bar, a heady cocktail of whatever you want. If you're asthmatic, you get 2 for 1.
Yep.
And then you go back and do the same events and see if you did a better time.
So if the bar is at one bend of the track, what you could do, if you were doing something like the 10,000 metres, which is, I can't remember, like 20 odd laps, if every time you go past the bar on that lap, you just take a bit of performance-enhancing drugs. Like on a marathon, you reach out and you just grab a cup of water. If you're grabbing little bits of performance-enhancing drugs on every lap, you could plot how each lap you're beating your own time. I mean, you'll almost, if the drugs are good enough, you'll almost lap yourself.
It's not quite how the drugs work, I don't think. I mean, It's more injectables, I think. But very much themed. I want the waiters in white coats welcoming you in. I want you to be given a laptop on arrival that you can smash and wipe the hard drive. I want the doctors to do a physical and tell you exactly what drugs will make you better at your chosen sport.
Yeah.
And the people that made the best difference in time between before drugs and after drugs on their chosen sport will go up on the leaderboard.
Yes.
That will unlock more drugs.
How do we stop people deliberately going rubbish on their first round just to post a better gap between their first round and their post-drugs round?
Well, we all know that drug-taking athletes are honest and they have integrity. So I don't think we're not going to come into those problems. Yeah. No, not at all.
Absolutely.
If anything, it's safer than alcohol because you don't on a night out get a doctor telling you exactly what drinks you should have and how many you should have. It's regulated.
I did once. I went out on the lash with a doctor who prescribed me, right, have 2 pints here, then a couple of whiskies, then 2 more pints. Turns out he was absolutely hammered, so it was a bad idea. It ended badly for both of us. But I get what you're driving at. With this, you do get a doctor saying, right, your BMI is this. We've looked at your colonoscopy results, which, sorry about that, we should have put the curtain up before that, but no matter, because we can now prescribe this, and you are going to run like the clappers.
This place, you can choose all of the drinks. It doesn't matter. Everything's the same price and everything has the same level of danger. That's right, I'm talking drug testing. Every 2 hours, a drug tester comes in, a real drug tester, I might say, and tests people on the spot for drugs. However, it's very easy to avoid the test. You simply walk slightly quicker than they are walking and walk away from them.
So you forgot.
And there can be like Happy Tuesdays where I know it's not strictly legal, but let's get all the hard drugs in. Come on, I want to see people lining up for the 100 metres on crystal meth.
Yep.
You could make a whole sports day out of it. You could have people on weed doing the shot put. You could have people on LSD in the sandpit of the long jump.
Yeah, and Funny Fridays could be where we ignore all safety and just you can swallow whatever the hell you want.
Right, all in favour of Enhancers Sports Bar say aye?
Aye. Amazing.
God, I'm so relieved to get that through. Thank you, Mark. Thanks for following my dream.
And thank you, Russia, for funding it.
Just what is it that you want to do? We want to go Footballland. We want to go to Enhancer Spa. We want to get loaded. We want to get mash up, bash up, lash up. And we want to have a good time.
You have a point on engagement. Someone's engaged us, Mark.
Yes, we've been engaged on the engagement front by patron Matthew Sullivan, and he's written to us saying, can I suggest a feature for Footballland? I think tickets to the theme park should be something small, portable, pocket-sized, perhaps Jack Grealish's shin pads.
Yeah.
And yes, I hadn't previously considered what tickets to the park would be like, but shin pads anyway is a good idea. It's in keeping with Footballland. Jack Grealish's shin pads are tiny things.
Yeah.
It's almost, just bits of paper he puts down his sock.
You could put them in your wallet and then get them out of your wallet on entry to the park, put them down your socks, and then you could lift your leg up to the scanner to get in through the turnstiles.
Like cocking your leg.
Yeah, like a Cocker Spaniel going for a wee, but through. Like a lovely image. And for height restrictions on rides, if you can't cock your leg high enough, you can't get on the ride.
Yeah.
So it has a dual function. We also have the youngest composer of a jingle ever. Her name is Tanya. She's aged 3, and she was inspired by a jingle sent in previously, which went like this.
Son, tell them about Footballland.
Footballland is the one for me. Footballland is the one for me. Good for you and your baby. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Footballland. I love it. I actually do.
And she has produced this.
Footballland is the one for me. Footballland is the one. I love it. Oh, yes,
There's the jingle. What did you think?
It is a blatant rip-off of the other jingle. She's clearly got technical skills. Her vocal projection is in good order. But Tanya, plagiarism is a thing. If you tried to do that in the professional world, you'd be hammered for intellectual property theft. So go away, think about what you've done, and come up with something original.
Also, I can't believe that a toddler is called Tanya. That's an adult's name.
Yeah, there's something seriously wrong going on in that household. I don't personally want to hear from them again.
Footballland is the one for me. Footballland is the one.
Right, so agenda point 4, I've noticed that, and you've probably noticed as well, not a single international footballer has ever managed to sing their own national anthem in tune. It's embarrassing. The footballers are embarrassed. The fans are embarrassed. If they have a professional singer standing in the middle belting out the national anthem, it's hard for them to stay in tune. Such is the poor quality of footballers singing. So I'm proposing a national anthem autotune device. Okay, so and I think this has potential outside of Footballland. It may even do us good in terms of generating revenue. If we roll this device out for TV, I think they'll snap it up.
So how does it work?
In the context of Footballland, we put up a karaoke booth. You go in, you sing the national anthem. We encourage people to be as out of tune as they possibly can be, and it will automatically make them sound perfect, pitch perfect. And that would work inside the stadium with real footballers having a bash at singing. In any old key, any old note, with our device, they will sound angelic and pitch perfect.
Mark, originally, when you were talking about this, I have to admit it sounded completely stupid and utterly pointless. But actually, the more I think about it, the more I think that this is actually the best idea you've ever had.
Thank you, yeah.
Footballers are embarrassed about their singing, but they're also multi-millionaires. They will pay anything to sound good on live television.
Yeah.
If you can make this auto-tune device live as it happens, then you've got a golden ticket.
I have got a golden ticket.
In fact, my advice would be to stop all the rest of Footballland, forget everything else, and concentrate just on this, because this is worth more than $1 billion.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, we could. But I really like Footballland. Let's keep doing that instead.
Okay, you've won me round. Let's do both.
Great.
Brilliant.
Yep.
Okay.
With the emphasis on Footballland.
All in favour of the national anthem autotune, say aye.
Aye. So here we are in the sound studios of Footballland. I'm going to test the auto-tune device. Commencing test.
Ave Maria, Ave Maria.
Not entirely successful. What happens if we press this button?
Ave Maria.
Yes, that's the badge. I've done it.
Ryan, you're back. Have you solved Steve Bull?
Yeah, I like to think so. It's quite obvious. You'd call it a detachable penis. It's sort of
genius.
It's sort of like a tearaway penis, and I don't mean sort of like a rowdy juvenile Lothario. I'm sort of talking lizard's tail. You sort of grab it, it just comes away. A bit like those trousers that are popular with basketball players and Chippendales. Just whoosh, It's gone.
Yeah.
So if people grab the penis, it goes, and they can stay on the ride if they want, but they don't have that extra advantage of clinging on.
There's no leverage. No.
Well, if we make it clear that grabbing the penis is cheating, but they still attempt to do it, if it's attached by electromagnetism, we can control when it becomes detached. So if we see that they're cheating, we wait until the machine is at maximum frenzy, we detach it, and that would mean they would go flying vertically across Footballland like some kind of demented Steve Ball penis game of Quidditch.
Yeah, I've sort of, at the minute, I've got Velcro. I've got press stud. I've got your traditional button and little buttonhole. But I like what you're thinking. You're saying that, and I'm thinking electromagnetic. Yes, I can see that. And then we could control it so that we don't give away too many pictures of Chris Iwelumo.
The control element I love, and I love the fact that perhaps guests get to take the penis home as a consolation prize.
Yeah.
I'm all in favour of that. Thank you very much, Ryan. You've solved it. Congratulations.
I'm slightly bothered by the family image at the exit gate of mum, dad, and 5-year-old Jimmy is holding a detached Steve Ball penis.
Well, just put it in a paper bag.
Yep, fair enough.
It's more like one of those old leathery purses you used to get when you go to sort of a castle. You know, with a little drawstring.
Yeah.
It looks like that at the minute.
Yeah.
I'll work on.
Yeah,
I'll work on it. I'll work on it.
Sold.
All right.
Lovely. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Footballland, Footballland, Footballland.
Mark, we've got a special guest in the office today. She's a comedian, she's an actress, she starred in The Crown Jewel, and she blows up Twitter almost daily with her hilarious satirical videos. Rosie Holt. Her name is Rosie Holt. She's just won a Joe Comedy Award, and she's here to pitch a ride, Mark.
Amazing. Welcome, Rosie. Hello.
Hello.
Now, Rosie, you're a massive football fan, is that right?
Sure. Yeah. Why not? You pass it on the match to the other footballers. I know about that.
Okay.
To be fair, that is pretty good knowledge.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty in-depth. Okay, Rosie, well, we're really looking forward to hearing your ride idea. We've got a quick disclaimer for you to sign, and it's a verbal disclaimer. You, Rosie Holt, are giving your ride idea for perpetuity to Anthony and Mark in its place in Footballland, and to prove that you are genuine, you are swearing on a copy of Shoot magazine from the year 2000. What is the name of the footballer on the cover of that Shoot magazine?
Andrei Kanchelskis.
No, that is proof.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. What do you like about Andrei Kanchelskis?
He looks like he knows his way around a ball.
Lovely. No, you've nailed it. Thank you very much. All right. Well, we're all ears. Firstly, actually, Rosie,
Yes.
Can you just tell us briefly your experience of theme parks in general? You sound like you're from the south of England. I'm guessing a Thorpe Park, maybe even a Paultons Park kind of lass.
Yeah, so I've been to Thorpe Park once. My brother took me there. He pretended he was taking us to a factory instead as a joke. And actually, it was all a ruse, and we were going to Thorpe Park. We had a lovely day out.
That is such a middle-class thing, just thinking you can just bowl up to a factory unannounced and just check on how the workers are getting on.
Yeah.
Excuse me, we want to do a time and motion study. We're from the middle classes. I went to Thorpe Park when I was a Cub Scout, so I was about 8. My mum and dad gave me £5 pocket money, and what they didn't tell me was that they had paid for my entry to Thorpe Park and everything was free once you got inside. They didn't tell me that, and neither did the scout leader. So I went inside with my friends Eric and Dennis, and they also didn't realise everything was free. The first thing we did was go to the gift shop. I bought my sister a Smurf playset, which wiped out all £5, which was very generous of me. But then I thought, I've got no money to go on any of the rides. So we just sat around on park benches
this is a
for the whole day.
story.
And then when we got back on the coach at the end of the day, we were like, well, that was a bit rubbish, wasn't it? I didn't really like Thorpe Park. And everyone else was going, did you go on Space Mountain? It was amazing. I went on it 58 times. We were like, well, how could you afford that? And then we realised we'd completely got Thorpe Park wrong.
Eric and Dennis, was this in the Beano?
Yeah, they both featured heavily in the Beano. And also the stupid 8-year-old club of which I was captain.
That's the most horrific story I've ever heard in my life.
It's really sad, isn't it?
We had such a sad time in Thorpe Park. Me and Eric and Dennis.
Rosie, please tell us your idea. We're itching to hear it.
Okay, well, some women, not me, because I know and love football, don't know and love football, and they will be going to Footballland with their other halves who know and love football, and their children who know and love football. And what's in it for them? So what about Wag's Corner, a place that they can go and they can enjoy something for the ladies?
So it's kind of almost like a creche.
Exactly, yes, like a creche, but for the sophisticated lady, and it will have things like, it will have a spa, you know, but it will also have little fun booths where they can dress up like their favourite wags. But it'll also have more exciting things. So it'll have wag fighting arenas.
Wow.
So instead of a cockfight, it'll have a wag fight where they can put money on their favourite wags to see them fight it out.
So they're putting money on the actual real life wags to fight, or are they going to do the fighting themselves?
No, I think you might struggle to get real life wags to fight it out, but you know, you can have good lookalikes to do so.
There are some men who don't like football, and you know, their wives love footballs and the men. So is there a place in there for the men, the husbands and boyfriends, the habs?
I think they would also enjoy the wag fighting, probably for wrong reasons, but that's okay. Also, I feel the piece de resistance of Wag's Corner would be the Wagatha Christie escape rooms. So I don't know if you've been following on the news about Colleen Rooney and Rebecca Vardy. So, you know, Colleen Rooney, she accused Rebecca Vardy of selling stories to the newspaper about her. Now, Rebecca Vardy has said, how dare you? And now she's suing Colleen Rooney for libel. So I was thinking you could have an escape room. You have either Rebecca Vardy trying to clear her name, or Colleen Rooney going, no, it was Rebecca Vardy, come in and she goes, oh, you've got to help me out. I'm innocent. And she sort of tells everybody, and then she sends them into the room, and the room can be like done up like some big, you know, footballer's house where you have to find the clues.
You could do different levels, couldn't you? You could have like a 3-tier escape room. So if you go in and you're terminally stupid, you just have to, like, I don't know, boil a kettle and you get out of the room. Middling is for the lay people like the three of us that have a bit of a, like, watch the news every day. And then you could have like the elite who do have law degrees, where it's basically you're poring over a massive file of legal documents.
I mean, people get really into their escape rooms. And also, remember, this is just like one area of Wag's Corner. If you really want, you can just go into Wag's Corner and just have a spa.
Or just watch a fight.
Or just watch wags beat each other up in a ladylike way.
Could they be holograms of like Colleen Rooney and Rebecca Vardy? Because it feels like they're both the heavyweights, not in, you know, body, but in metaphorically speaking. To watch them, you know, you go to the escape room, you learn about the libel trial, kind of as in depth that I'm imagining as like the O.J. Simpson trials in the 90s, and then you come out. And then you watch them two fight to the death, and you can bet on it.
Yeah.
And because it's using technology, they could be like 20 metres tall. Or one of them could be, and the other normal sized. And that, I mean, it would be one-sided, but it would be great to watch.
Little fun booths. Sophisticated lady.
So imagine you are going, you're having a lovely holiday in Doha.
Yes.
And your partner, who happens to like football, says, I want to go to Footballland.
Right.
Why would you buy a ticket as well to go to Footballland, but then just spend the whole day in a creche? Why would you not just say, all right, you enjoy yourself, I'm off to the beach?
Well, because some women are very, very interested in the wag lifestyle. Okay. For some women, the wag lifestyle is very obtainable. And also there's a kind of real wish fulfillment there. Oh, I could marry a footballer. I could I could be with a footballer.
Is there a case for a little place in Wag's Corner where there are lots of actors who are playing footballers just walking around, who are young footballers who haven't married yet or met their partner, and maybe these wags can have a little role play meeting them, becoming a wag?
Yeah, exactly.
Just playing devil's advocate here, but is that not creating a male brothel?
Why not?
Well,
Why not?
yeah, I wasn't judging. I was just,
rights.
yeah.
And they don't have to go the whole hog. They could just smile,
Do a half hog,
and do the half hog.
The half hog sounds still pretty adulterous. I mean, the men who like, I mean, this is quite sexist in itself, but the men who like football, they've gone to Footballland to have a lovely day, and they've basically sent their wife off to have an affair.
No, that's fine. They just the women can just go. They can just say hello, footballer man, and the footballer man could go. Oh,
is that how it works? Is hello, footballer man?
That's how Posh Spice met David Beckham.
Little fun booths.
So in this football brothel, are these actors? Are they pimps? Are they gigolos?
I'll tell you what. If they were robots, then it wouldn't matter.
So you're saying that these are robots walking around with chiseled looks and chests, and they're good at footballers, and they have some sort of device which, when you say "hello, footballer," they bat their eyelids at you.
And are they programmed to respond positively, even if it comes out as "hello, footballer," which is, really not very alluring at all? But they are still programmed to go, "Oh, she's all right."
No, guys, honestly, footballers, they love it. They love it. They love it when you say "hello, footballer."
Yeah.
They really
have you got
do.
first-hand experience of that?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, I do, because I know a lot about football and footballers, and they love it. They really do. They respond very well to it.
Well, no, that sounds like a lovely place. Wag's Corner. I'm all in favour of it. We're going to have a vote. All in favour of Wag's Corner, say aye. 3, 2, 1.
Aye. No, you can't
Rosie,
vote.
you cannot say aye, because that would be mad if you could just have a decision like that.
Okay.
However, you already have voted, so that is 3-0. Congratulations, Rosie.
It's unanimous.
Yes.
Wag's Corner is 3.
Good decision, guys. Well done.
J'aime beaucoup. Hello, footballer.